Yeah, webcam's a little bit different for placement. That's not what I wanted to do. Yes, we have moved things. Oh, did I? The cable moved a little bit. Okay, that's part of the problem then. Because that's what it is. The digital burble, or gerbil, or whatever, is the webcam picking up the TV. Yeah, no, I see the green bars. That's the problem. I didn't realize that the audio mixer had actually a slide tab. So I shouldn't be at all audible. Am I audible right now? How's it sound altogether, though? That's what I want to hear. As long as it all sounds normal. Well, what it was that I was picking up a stray audio feed from the TV. So if like I turn up my TV right now, there shouldn't be a problem. But with the TV volume up and the game and the webcam still picking up or sending out audio, you were getting like this weird double PC or double game audio. Hey, Leaky. Oh, I gotta figure these things out. It's so weird. Okay, let's create a file. Well, I can't turn up my mic at all, I think, at this point. I think that's all maxed out. And I'll have to figure out those balances depending on... Like, my laptop's there, so it's not like it's super close. So... let's try there for now. So, but this is linked to Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past from the Super Nintendo. This is a classic game. Probably one of my favorite games growing up. Since we do have access now to the SNES Classic and Switch, eventually I'll get the Switch set up as well. We will be able to do some streaming through that. Of course, we are still using our Xbox because we've got it through One Guide. But we've also kind of adjusted the room some, so we're trying to get set up for a bit of a different way of doing things in the future. So I figured since we finally have it set, though, the first thing I felt like streaming was this game. I played this a ton as a kid, so like I love watching people game. I know, no Chivos. It's gonna be so weird. So the point of this one is you're Link, of course, and Link has to rescue Zelda, as always. But for this one, you start off in the light world, and then there's a dark world. This is your uncle. Your uncle tried to go rescue Zelda, but he's kind of worthless. Yeah, I should play Ori on Switch. So first thing we're doing is we're at the castle, and we're rescuing Zelda. The game has a pretty decent system about telling you where to go. Yeah, I haven't bought Minecraft for the Switch yet. So, but I love this game. Like, I watch this game, like, I like vanilla, like, runs of this game, just for fun, but I got into watching speedruns of this game, and what I watch for the speedrun side of things is both, like, normal, like, hey, people who are just really good at the game itself going fast, but then I also... Oh, nobody's... Ooh. Maybe the ways of cheesing the no deaths are not possible anymore. So, but as I was saying, I enjoy watching like normal people play this game fast. But a couple of years ago, I guess, I found people who were... Somebody did some ROM hacks. Like, there's this group of people who did ROM hacks of the game. And they did a randomizer where it like shuffles all the chests. And I've really enjoyed watching those, and I've thought about like doing the races because I think it would be fun sometime. I've just never done one. And it's been so long since I've actually played the game through that I kind of wanted to play it through if I'm ever going to start doing them. So yeah, we've rotated the room so I will not be laying down for my streams anymore. I'm currently actually sitting in my computer chair. And we have brought in an ottoman so I can kick my feet up. Maybe we'll actually do like a chair in this room, but for now... Yeah, we have to escape the castle now. I don't think so. I don't really have the space for it. Like, right now, like, I'm right here. The bed's right behind me. So to put a green screen up in the room might be a little difficult. Like, if I had a room dedicated just for stream stuff, I think it would be really cool to be able to add that, but I just don't have the space. Like, I did this because it opens up my room a little bit. So, little bits and pieces, like little things I can control. I can't control the fact that I don't have a room big enough to actually do like a full setup. So yeah, we're exiting through the throne room. Turns out there was a secret passage in the throne room all along. Dun 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 dun! Secret passage. Thing is, I've watched so many people play this game that I know exactly where I'm going. And I know that there's no special chests in this room. Like I said, this game is like, you know, like, when you think of your childhood games, like, this is one of mine. This is what I grew up playing. You know, over a weekend, this would be the thing that I play. I could play it over and over again. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the thing, like, I learned it by heart again by watching people stream it. Yep, exactly. That was the way to do it. Oh, I lost the rat. I lost the key rat. I remember, like, my parents would have people over for dinner for one night or something, and, you know, the kids would just be downstairs, and, like, this would be the game. Oh yeah, let's just do a quick run of Link to the Past. By the way, we don't pull the other lever because if we pull this lever, it drops snakes! And then we come out in the sanctuary. Yeah, we helped her escape the evil wizard. His name is Aghanim. We need the Sword of Legend, the Master Sword. I understand. So technically what the game tells you to do is to go find this sage whose name is Sahasrara, or Sahasrara. Everybody says it differently. Technically, by the map, Sahasrara is over to the left that way, in that town. But I know that even though that's Sahasrara's house, Sahasrara is not at home. He's actually in the eastern area. So we're just going to go east. And he has a power-up for us, but to get that power-up, we have to get this ancient artifact called the Green Pendant. So he'll tell us, oh, I'll give you the Pegasus boots, but first you must prove your courage and acquire the Green Pendant. And that's in the Eastern Palace. So we're going to just go to the Eastern Palace. So, like, that's the first dungeon of the game. Light World is the first half of the game, or first third of the game, I guess you could say. And it has 3 pendants in it. I can't go that way. So you want to get the 3 pendants to unlock the Master Sword. And then with the Master Sword, you go to the... with the Master Sword, you go fight Aghanim, and that brings you to the second half of the game, or the second part of the game, which is the Dark World. And the Dark World's a bit longer. There's 7 dungeons there to enter Ganon's tower. And then you go through his tower, and then at the end you get to fight Ganon again. Or fight Ganon. And save the world. I don't know my dungeons perfectly anymore. As many times as I've watched randomizers and runs, like, they take so many quick secrets. And like they know glitches that I don't. Ah. So yes, this is, if like you have a list of like your top 10 games, like this is in my list. This would be top 10. I know there's a way to only spawn like 2 of them, but I don't know if that's patched out of the English version. Like I said, I've watched enough people play, I know there's glitches. I just don't remember them or know them. So, but so far, this feels better for streaming. I like having the ottoman here. I think sitting in a chair is probably a bit better for me. So yeah, we're not probably going to grab all the stuff. Like, I know that each dungeon has a map and a compass. I might avoid those. There's actually a way to damage boost to grab the switch that's under those pots, but we're just going to kill the enemies. Oh, that's right. You can actually be killed by the boomerang. You don't get stunned by it. So each dungeon, though, has a master big key type thing that opens the big chest. Big chest is always something, some kind of power-up or new ability. You've been seeing all the arrows. I hope it's pretty obvious that the power-up here is the bow! We got a shooty thing. I know, like, I know these things. I've watched too much. Only problem is, I don't have the muscle memory they do. And I definitely need a better controller than this. This NES Classic controller is just a little not good. I've been spoiled. What, the game? Yeah, the game is HDMI in on my Xbox. I got the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Hasrullah. I don't think so. I wouldn't see why I could. That boss is meant to be easy. 3 bow and arrow shots kills 1 Armos. There's actually, like, speedrunners know much better ways. So we got the Pendant of Courage. Sahasra's like, hey, because you got that cool pendant, like, you know, I think you got a shot at being the warrior of legend. So here, have these boots. And those boots were made for dashing. Das Boots. So yeah, we got our boots. So we can dash. We can go fast. So what we're going to do is we have to... Next I'm going to actually visit the town. Oops. And if you got boots, you can bonk off stuff. So I don't know who all's played this one before. I know, Old Cash, you're very similar to me in that you, like, you know, you remember this. This was the thing to play. Oh yeah, I've still got my SNES, and I've still got my copy of Link to the Past. Believe me, yep, I knew that one. That too, so... This is only one of the games I really wanted to play on my Classic. Like, so like this is on the list. Yeah, I was able to put it in the attic. I don't have it out. Like, it would just take up space. So I have like a container of like some of my old gaming stuff. So like, I think my GameCube, my N64, and my SNES are in the attic, all in a bin. Yeah, unfortunately, like, I don't actually have it on a good spot that's really secure, so... I'm guessing, like, the ottoman is hitting the cable and moving it a little bit because, like, I'm going from the webcam there down to my laptop right here. So... I don't even know what's in here, vanilla. Rupees. 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 So it's 80 rupees. Oh my gosh. And there's another set of blues here. And a heart piece. So, like, all my classic systems are up there. Maybe even the Wii is in there. I don't know. I don't know if I really care about the Wii. And then... So, but, like, this was one of my favorites. The other game that is definite top 10 for me growing up is Super Mario RPG. And that is also one that I do want to stream in the future. Like, I want to stream that game because, like, Super Mario World Special, like, yeah, it was a great game growing up. But seriously, like, Super Mario RPG was the other game I could play over and over and over again. Like, you'd load that up and be like, oh, that's my file that's complete. But I've got, like, 3 other files that I didn't really use too much. Let's play one of those again. I don't know, Old Cash, were you a Super Mario RPG person? No? Okay. So this is the Sick Kid. Sick Kid, you gotta show him a bottle. And if in the vanilla game, he'll give you a bug net. So now you can catch stuff. There's another bottle in the back of this tavern always. So bottles, you can put, like, magic potions or fairies in them. which is, you know, typical Zelda staple. But the whole reason we were coming this way is because we have to go to the library. Because we needed that book. I don't know my controls. So we got our book. So yeah, we can see that there's a pendant down here in the desert, and we got one up at the tower at the top, and then the Master Sword up in that forest. And this game does lag a bit if it's got too much going on. Thank you for the follow, Homer Simps. So there is actually a second old dude, so we met Sahasrilla earlier. We've got, up here, we've got another old dude. I believe his name is Agina? But the only reason we're going to come up here is because there's a cave there. Then we're just going to pull out the book. The book serves a few purposes in the game. The one is to get into the second dungeon. One more piece of heart, and we've got another heart container. So yeah, we've got the book. What we do is it lets you read the ancient language on these tablets in the game, and for 2 of the tablets you get like this medallion thing. But this is also the way to get into the second dungeon. We're praying. Okay, so we've noticed all the blocks. Thing is that they're too heavy for me to pick up. But this dungeon has a way for us to pick up heavy stuff. So we got to get this key. With that key, the room up here does have stuff, like I think it's like the map, but I don't care about the map. But this locked door does lead me to the big key for this dungeon. So that's why we needed that. That's why we need the book, that's why we need the boots. Like, that's the only way to get these things. Oh yeah, that's the compass. So yeah, that was the map then there. So yeah, as we go, this will be like, you know, we'll be able to continue to change up the stream. I think this, like, I like where this is going to be able to lead us for streaming. And I think being able to sit this way will be more comfortable in the long run for the streams. So, jerk. So here's our power bracelet. Yeah, no, I can't have cats. I'm allergic. Like, I can, you know, Cats are okay, I guess, but like seriously, if I'm around cats too much, I am not a happy camper. So these rocks would have been too heavy, but now we got lifty parts, so we can do that. Hello, hello. This is probably one of my favorite games of all time. It is A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past from the Super Nintendo. So way back. Like, growing up, this was the game. And we're just playing it moderately quickly. We know what we're doing, so I can just play through the game. And grab the stuff and not have to guess at where shit is. Like, yeah, you have to light these 4 torches to move a wall to reveal the boss door. Completely reasonable. And these are the Landmolus. They shoot rocks and are generally annoying. This fight's not going so smooth. Hey, we took out 2 at once! Yeah! Bow shot for the win! So there's our second pendant. The first one was courage, so the second one is this wisdom? Or is this pendant of power? Oh, there we go. It's the pendant of power. I ran into a cactus. But while we're here, we're going to grab another piece of heart, I think. At least one. And some other stuff. So there's some bombs. But we're going to reset the blocks. We'll actually do this again later because this is actually in the Dark World. This is where like one of the dungeons are, and this is the one dungeon that has like some crossover between the Light World and the Dark World. So. You jerk. You can actually walk over to those platforms, but I wanted to practice trying to throw bombs at them. Growing up, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Thing was when I was growing up, I couldn't play games on weekdays. We had a very strict no video games on school nights rule when I was a kid. So like Saturday, Sunday, and the summer was like, that was game time. Last time I actually fully played Link to the Past, I've played it bits and pieces because I've experimented. Like I was saying earlier, somebody actually created a randomizer that takes all the items in the game and shuffles them around. And like I thought it was a really cool idea and thought, oh, I would love to try it. Oops, we died. So I played it as a kid a ton, and I played a little bit since I found out about randomizer. But I haven't seriously played the game since, childhood. So middle school, maybe high school. I haven't fought most of the bosses since I was a kid. Oh wait, sorry. I did, as you saw, anybody who was here at the beginning, I did have a save file where I think I collected the Master Sword. So, I've played most of Light World maybe within the last year. But a lot of this is just visual, like, memory from having watched people play it. Yeah, we gotta take this old dude up to his home on the mountain. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times we've really died, but we decided to be like, we decided to keep track of it somewhat. Like I said, Albino, like this is like my favorite game growing up. One of my favorite games growing up. So like, when I didn't have income to buy my own games, I would play, I played through this game probably 100+ times as a kid. Like, this was the game to play. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this portal. We're actually going to see the Dark World for the first time. But I can't actually be Link in the Dark World right now, so I'm a bunny! Sorry, we'll marvel at being Bunny Link for a few seconds. Whee! Okay. That should be, hopefully, the only time that we are Bunny Link for the rest of the game. So we have to go in here because there's a key in this room. Cool thing is that the mirror actually lets you go back to the beginning of a dungeon. And the other thing albino is like, especially for games like, or something that I really enjoy, like I have a really good memory for it. Yeah, for this dungeon you get the big key really early, compared to some of the other ones. I think you had to flip that switch. Yep. That or adjust the floor tiles. Yeah, this dungeon has these ways to... Oh, I fell through the hole. No! Damn. Yeah, this will be about a third of the game total. So has everything been running fine? Is everything looking half decent at least? I'm very curious how things are running today, since this is our first stream really running this way. Awesome. That's what I want to hear. So, I didn't grab the big chest yet. You're supposed to adjust the tiles in this room, and then fall through the ceiling. So you fall through here. Yeah, we're making a lot of changes. So what we just picked up, it's not a direct power-up, it's the Moon Pearl. And the Moon Pearl, next time I'm in the Dark World, I won't be a bunny. I know. So, how many times will I fall off this platform? I'm hoping 0, but considering it's been forever since I fought Moldor. Ah! That was all the easy part. 0! We have the Pendant of Wisdom. Now we can go get the Master Sword. The Sword of Evil's Bane. I think there's a heart piece up this way. So we're just going to grab it real quick on our way down the mountain. Yep. So like there's 20 hearts total. I'm not going for like full inventory. Oh wait, but there's something else I can get here. Yeah, today's a quiet day. So technically I'm in the suburbs. I work in the city, but I'm in a quiet suburb. So like there's a decent amount of space here. And so I live at home with my parents, and technically, like, I'm in the basement, which sounds so cliche, but it's a split level, and so I have my room down here, my dad's office is down here. When I was a kid, like, our rec room, like, recreational room was down here for my brother and I to play. And then the family room is right next to me. I lived upstairs, and then when I moved off to college, what we did was we put my brother in the my old room, and then I took this spot down here. I was living at college for the year, so it wasn't a huge deal. And then after I only lived at college for a year, like it just made more sense. I commute. So then I moved down here. I've got a half bathroom down here, and then like it's just more space for myself. And I like that. But then like nobody comes down as much. Like my dad will sometimes go down his office, but he doesn't need it a ton. I have the Master Sword. Oh my god. So, but when I moved to Scotland, what we did was, half bathroom means no shower or tub. A toilet and a sink. It might have been possible to fit a shower in there, but not worth the effort. In America, we say half or full bathroom. So the house has 2.5 baths. Mushroom. No, but that's what we call things. We don't just call them a toilet or a loo. Yes, I do realize the difference in nomenclature of the countries. It was something I did learn about how people refer to brooms when I lived in Scotland. Or that. So we got a message from the sanctuary. Apparently Zelda's been taken. And our friend here... No! He got killed. Thanks, Dopey. Oh yeah, so now that we pulled the Master Sword, some of the guards are now red guards. They're slightly stronger than normal guards. But we're returning to the castle. So we're stronger, they're stronger, you know, everybody gets a little bit stronger. Yeah, we couldn't open this door without the... Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to wait till they get a little bit more center. Oh yeah, at full power now I can fire a sword beam. That didn't last long. Let's see. Down and around. Nope. Which way do we go? Not that way. I know generally where to go, I just don't know the exact ways to go. I think there's enemies in there, I just don't remember and I don't care. I've been fighting with this sword. I kind of could use, like, a boomerang to stun enemies or something. He's got the key, but the other guy would be a little annoying. So the last boss, or the final boss of Light World, is the Dark Wizard. His name is Aghanim. He's a jerk, obviously because he's an evil wizard. But we show up, and he is sending maidens, including Princess Zelda, to Dark World. That's how evil he is. But we're gonna have to fight him. Oh my god, where'd he go? There's a secret passage. And yeah, we have to fight him. In this room, he can attack a few different ways. So the whole thing is we have to knock these balls of energy back at him. There's a 50-50 shot he shoots that, and there's a... or that. You can't reflect that thing back at him. And it is pure mathematics. It is purely 50-50, and I missed. And then, after 4 shots, he fires a bolt of lightning. And then he repeats 4 shots. So, we just gotta hit him 5 times? I believe it's 1 more and we'll be done with this fight. If he would fire the correct shot at me. There we go. So, defeating him sends you to Dark World. Of course, you know. It is I, Sahasrara. He's communicating me across the void through telepathy. So this is the Dark World. It used to be the Golden Land. So we have to rescue the 7 maidens. So there are 7 dungeons here we have to go through before we can go to Ganon's Tower. So the Dark World's got more dangerous enemies, all that kind of fun stuff. And everything's just a little bit distorted. Like it's just a little freaky. So a lot of the same kinds of enemies just mutated to Dark World forms. But our first... oh yeah, so... first crystal is here. If you look at the map, it kind of looks like the map of the Light World, just different. So our first Dark World dungeon is called the Palace of Darkness. Then we have to head... so it's in the same location as where Eastern Palace was. There's a hedge maze here. We have to go through it. But we find that we have somebody with us. A little monkey named Kiki. Kiki is begging for money, so we give Kiki 10 rupees and Kiki follows us. Thing is that if I take damage while Kiki follows me, I lose Kiki. And Kiki is actually the only person who can open up the palace. But Kiki will still only open it if you give 100 rupees. Kiki is greedy. So, Palace of Darkness is actually a very large dungeon in some respects. It's got like 6 small keys to it. I do not know the proper route around this because I haven't ever done it. This is one of those dungeons I haven't played in ages. I know roughly where stuff is, but that's about it. There we go. I know how to make them get hit, I just couldn't do it. I think there's... nope, just a map. So we're gonna get a really awesome power-up in this dungeon. Oh good, we got a key. Wasn't completely worthless. Like I said, 6 keys. There's a lot in this dungeon. This one's not so like straightforward that like you can only go one way. I'm gonna grab that key, and I'm gonna be right back. Oh, I shouldn't have fallen down this hole. I know there's like a key or something here, but I also have to fall down the hole on the other side. It is kind of nice not having the full, the overlay up. That is actually a minor thing that is nice. At the same time, now I have to always pay attention to the computer, too, so... Win some, you lose some. I don't know if the description in the US version is the same for this weapon, but the Japanese version, when it has the hammer name it brings up, it's like the MC Hammer. I've watched people stream this game in Japanese because apparently the Japanese cart has some cheats or exploits in it that are really beneficial for speedrunning. So it's funny, like, I've seen some of those things, I'm just like, everybody loves to laugh at that one. So it is just it's the magic hammer. But it's listed as like the MC hammer. It's actually quite powerful, but you have to get pretty close to enemies to hit them with it. So yeah, the whole cat thing again. When we moved into this house, the people who had owned the house previously definitely had animals. And definitely, like, there were some cats because they had this, like, thick green shag carpet and there was just so much animal hair in it that, like, that first week that we moved in, it was like, part of what we did was I stayed downstairs pretty much the whole time to just be away from it all, as my dad and like some buddies from work pulled up all that carpet and tried to get all that hair up. It was not a fun time. So I am quite aware of my allergy to cats. What else do you do with statues? You shoot them in the eye. So we're now coming up on our first crystal boss. This will be the Helmasaur King. Helmasaur King wears a big mask on his face. You gotta hit it with a hammer or use bombs on it. As I said, the hammer has a pretty short range, but if you use the sword in charged up mode, it actually increases the range of the hammer by like a few pixels or something. I know, people find the weirdest things of like exploits for games, and now you just gotta hit him. Yeah. And there's our first crystal. So we apparently dropped 412 frames over an hour and 15 minutes. So less than 1% of the frames have been dropped. I guess that's good. I understand. I have to rescue maidens. So if we look, those are the 7 main locations. In order, you're supposed to go down to the swamp at the bottom, and then up to the woods, then the town, then the ice palace, then the misery mire in the bottom left there, and then all the way up to the top of the mountain for Turtle Rock. I've seen a different order for people who race this game and like speedrun. So usually speedrun order is like Thieves Town, which is in the town area. They do that next and then go up to the Skull Woods, because by doing Thieves Town first, you can actually get a more powerful sword. So, stuff you learn by how people figure out games and like get really good at them. There's some really neat stuff. But one thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go up this way. There's a few things I want to do. Power of the magic mirror. So I picked up a magic mushroom a little while ago. There's a witch's hut here. And the witch, if you give her the magic mushroom. So if I come back, and go in the shop, I get magic powder. Magic powder can turn like certain enemies into fairies. But then there's 2 other things I need up this way. There is a medallion, and then there are flippers, because I can't swim. But also, this is where the medallion is. There's a fish And if you throw stuff in there, the fish will come say hello, and he'll give you a medallion. So, but first we're going to go visit King Zora. Because King Zora will give me give me flippers. Because as you can see, if I go into deep blue water, I can't swim. I want the flippers. Just 500 rupees. Whew. They are expensive. Yeah, we're gonna get some extra health because, you know, don't want to die any more than I already have. Oh, right. You have to throw stuff in here. And there's a ferry. But if you throw in... What two items is it you throw in? Is it the boomerang and your shield, I think? No! I didn't want to throw the bow in again! She can upgrade your boomerang to the magical boomerang and your shield, I think, to the fire shield. Yes. The red magical boomerang. It's faster and farther than before. Yeah, I think if you throw the shield is the other one. Yep. The red shield. It can protect against fireballs. So yeah, the whole idea is you're not supposed to be able to reach the Thieves' Town area of Dark World without the hookshot. But the thing is that there's actually a lot of portals between Light World and Dark World. Well, there's infinite ways to get from Dark World to Light World because the magic mirror will bring you back. But to go from light to dark, you have to find like certain locations. So like this is where you're supposed to cross, but you need the hookshot to do it. Obviously we don't have a hookshot yet. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to go down this way. I was trying to do a hammer dash. I don't know if that's possible in the US version. But first we're going to make a quick detour to Stump Guy. Stump Dude. He lost something. He lost his flute. The thing is that his flute's not in Dark World. Dang it. There's his flute. So the cool thing about the flute in this game is it actually lets you fast travel. It's the fast travel system. So, yeah, we're not gonna... Poor dude, he can't play his flute anymore, so he says, you keep it. So I've got a flute. So the digging game here is actually, it's a game of chance, not directly like where to dig to find. There's a heart piece in here, and you can't just get it like by digging in the right spot. You have to actually dig until you get it. And it's bad RNG because the first 25 digs are guaranteed to not be the heart piece. And then every one after that is like a 2% chance. It's like stupid bad RNG. The people who I've watched actually try to run this game, or like run this game, if they do the 100% category, like this is what makes or breaks a run. Because there's 2 games of complete RNG in a 100% run. This is one of them. The other one is a chest game. Part of the reason I'm doing this is just because I have low health and I think I'm at 3 out of 4 heart pieces. And I kind of like to get that last heart piece. I apologize for the beeping and the digging. Oh wait, you know what? There's an easier heart piece for me to get. Right here. I'm sorry. There's one that's like stupidly easy compared to that one. We didn't have to do stupid digging, we just had to go through a race. Which is actually really lenient. Like, good times for that race game are like 7 or 8 seconds. So the fact that I was 10 seconds means I'm slow. But we're going to activate the fast travel. So you play the flute at this weather vane, and apparently sealed inside the weather vane is a duck. Or a goose, or something. Yep! Sealed inside that weather vane was an actual magical flying duck that can take you anywhere. Oops. I'm not strong enough to lift that. I don't know, I might wait for Entitled Goose Game now until it's on Xbox. If the developer is really thinking about putting that on Xbox, maybe I won't get it on Switch. We'll see what happens. I mean, I have so much other stuff to play right now. Like, it's not even a question of, like, supporting or not right now. Like, that's the bigger issue right now, is, like, just having time to play through stuff. So now we're playing through, this is our next dungeon, this is Thieves Town. This is technically the 4th Dark World dungeon, but I'm doing it, this one's second. I want a better sword. So, like, my current thought for games is just, you know, what can I not get on Xbox? And what can I definitely not get on Xbox? So, like, all the Mario stuff, all the Zelda stuff, anything like that. Like, Switch exclusive stuff, definitely. I'm gonna play it on Switch. But if it's not, then, you know, I'm willing to wait a little bit right now. Of course. Last chest. So yeah, this opening area has a mini maze to it, but because I know exactly where everything is now, or at least the path to take, unfortunately you don't get to see me get lost in that room. So the thing is that there's actually a trick to this dungeon. It's called Thieves Town. And so the boss... What's supposed to be now? Oh, Dementia. Hey, Dementia. So the boss of this dungeon is called Blind. And it turns out that Blind is a sneaky jerk of a boss. Because it turns out Blind actually is a liar and knows how to take on the image of other stuff. But Blind doesn't like light. So what we've done is we've actually opened up that light source actually goes into the boss room, and you'll see why that's important in a little bit. And part of the reason to do these bosses out of order is actually because Blind is Blind's damage table, apparently. It doesn't matter how upgraded your sword is, it always does the same amount of damage. So here's the thing, we found the maiden. So like usually the crystals or the maidens are associated with the crystals. So it's obviously kind of weird that we would find a maiden outside of a crystal. Well, here's the thing. That's not a maiden. That's the thief, Blind, in maiden form. I know, spoilers. We're doing a full playthrough of the game. So the whole reason we wanted that light is because we would never know that that maiden is actually blind unless we bring Blind into light. And Blind... Gah! Too bright. Yep, exactly. So each phase of Blind takes 3 hits. Doesn't matter if you got a basic sword, a super sword, or even a super sword. Zelda 2 was side-scrolling. So yeah, it takes 3 hits for each phase, so it's 9 hits total. But it doesn't matter what sword you have. And then we get a crystal. Zelda 2 was a side-scroller. So yeah, I wanted to do this one, as I was saying, it's like probably one of my top 10 games. Like, I don't know if that's still like one of the greatest games I've ever played, but it's still like one of my top 10 like memories of gaming. Like I said, this is probably the game I would play every weekend growing up. So that's why I wanted to stream it, because this game means that much to me. But I did get the Link's Awakening remaster, and there is a pretty high likelihood that I'll stream that game too. Because while this is definitely like one of my favorite Zelda games, Link's Awakening was one I played a lot as well. And that was on Game Boy, so those are definitely 2 games that mean a lot. So this, our Toad friend here is actually a blacksmith. Thing is that for some reason he found himself in Dark World. And for whatever reason, you know, that's not good for a blacksmith. So what we need to do is we need to return him back to his blacksmith brother. Yeah, thank you. But if you give them your sword, they'll actually make a better sword. Temper my sword. 10 rupees. I'll have to keep my sword for a little bit, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the portal. We're going to go through the portal again. And we should be able to pick up a nice new sword. Da-da-da-dum! The tempered sword is a lot more powerful. So we now have a tempered sword. And then one thing we're going to still do is... in this hole is a bat. Well, an altar with a bat. Splash some magic powder, and the bat comes out. He's going to curse me. With... half magic. So what does that mean? It means that all the stuff that I use that uses magic, which I haven't really used much magic at all yet, now will only take up half as much magic. So it's a great curse. So now we're going to go and do the woods up to the north. I think I have to go this way first. I have no idea, really. No, I have to go the other way first. I need the big key. Oh, that's right. There was a hole there. Oops. I'm a smart guy. But the big key's over in this area. So we have to go this way first. We're going to try not to get grabbed by the hand. That would be bad. So the whole reason we need the big key, of course, is the big chest. One of the funny things is that there's actually 2 dungeons where you don't need the big key to fight the boss. This is one of them. But you still need the big key to get the special item. And you need the special item to actually reach the boss of this dungeon. Yeah, I can't cross that way. I have to drop it. I know there's a way to like do a bomb jump across the gaps, but I'm not taking time to learn how to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. We have a fire rod. So we're just going to exit here. Let's pull out that fire rod. So you might have noticed I have another rod right next to it. That's the ice rod. They are very creative. You need both to complete the game. And I need a key. So this is the entrance to the second half of the dungeon, where the boss is, the final boss of this dungeon. So we have a key though. Okay. I guess we'll do it the proper way, because I don't know the speedy way. So we need all 4 torches lit in this room. Oh no, we hit a dead end! Where? Oh, where could... Oh, that's where it is. Oh no, my bunny! I said it should have been the last time, but unfortunately, if you get hit by those things, it actually turns you back into a bunny. So here's our third crystal boss. This is Mothula. Mothula is a pain in the butt. It stands on this moving platform. And technically, this is one of the really stupid things about this boss. Apparently, if it takes damage by hitting the spikes, it cancels damage you dealt to it. But there's our third crystal. We are moving right along. Still probably the hardest bosses left, though. At least out of the 7 for Dark World. So yeah, I think one of the things I will do is I would like to run at least one randomizer seed on this channel, just to kind of show it, because I think it's a really neat idea, and I really appreciate the work that went into it. It's given me a lot of enjoyment. I have watched many hours worth of random seeds. So there's our duck friend, and my duck friend can bring me to any of these 8 locations. We're going to go to location 7. So we said earlier how that this dungeon required that dam from earlier. The reason why is that the inside of this dungeon is currently doesn't have water. But for some reason, opening the dam in the light world causes the dark world dam to fill up with water inside the or the dungeon. Okay, apparently that's not possible in the English version. Okay. Yeah, in the Japanese 1.0 version of the game, if you use the mirror while pushing a block, you can actually cause blocks to disappear. Don't know why, but it works. Apparently in the English version, no. I don't even know what's in this chest. Could be worthless. It is very worthless. I don't need a map. So this is a water-ish temple, but it is not the infamous water temple of Ocarina of Time. So how is everybody on this fine Saturday? Anything interesting going on? So we have to get the big key first right now. Unfortunately, it's a roundabout way to get the big key. I believe it's the right one, but I could be wrong. Nope, I was right. So we get really a cool item for this one. We get the hook shot. Boing! It actually puts boing in it. That's funny. How do they do that in the randomizer? They do that, make that look so easy. There's a trick where you can grab that pot with the statue under it. Or the statue, like, right over top of it. Fake door. I can imagine that being really frustrating if you don't know what you're doing as a kid. So here's our next boss. This is Argus. He's protected by the little puffballs. That you have to hookshot off of him. Oh! That hurt. Shows how to practice I am. Wow, that went bad. Yes, I understand. Something about getting the Triforce and rescuing people, and I'm the only hope for the universe. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up one of the medallions. This one is called, I think this is Bombos. And it creates a firestorm of explosions. You know what? We're going to go here. We're going to visit a hobo. How am I going to reach the hobo? There we go. So there's actually a dude living under the bridge here. He is lovingly referred to as the hobo. But for waking him up, he'll actually give me something. He'll give me a bottle. There is a fourth bottle. I'm not going for it because I don't care that much. But for now, we're actually going to get a red and a blue potion. Red potion refills all your hearts. Blue potion refills all of your hearts and your magic. And I'm only doing that because this dungeon coming up is actually probably the hardest. I feel like this is the boss that I've seen too many people die to. That's the goal. At least. Oh, it's just the compass. Go, do the... There's nothing to the right there that I need, I think. So we're just going to go this way. Those guys have to be killed with a bomb. So, that went really nicely for me screwing it up terribly. Ah. Stupid spike floor. I swear, I've watched so many people play this game and they make this room look so easy. It's weird why I feel that, like, I've watched it enough times to see, and I was like, oh, it's got to be pretty simple to go through. Nope. Okay, technically the power-up in this level is not actually necessary, but we're gonna get it anyway, because I need help. Oh wait, I don't have the big key yet, do I? Nope. That would help. Get through that door. There you go. I believe this is where the big key is. Nope, just a small key. Darn. Where is that big key? Sit down. There's the big key. I know I'm missing part of this dungeon, though. We got mail. We got the blue mail, which changes my outfit. Now I've got this blue outfit with the yellow hat. Oh, crap. I have to go around the whole level to get the brick that I can push onto that switch. Now I see why people actually say that you have to learn that bomb jump. Oh man, now people can see when I get messages or achievements. Poof. That's weird. So what's everybody think of Link to the Past? I know it's it's an old one, so curious what the opinions are of a classic game like this one. Yeah. Come on. Come on, Link. Stupid ice physics. So this boss is Cold Stare. Cold Stare, you have to use either 8 fire rod shots or cast bombos to destroy his ice shield thing. Yay, we won again. Much safer by grabbing the blue mail. Not necessary, but I felt like I needed it. We've still got 2 main dungeons left, and then we've got Ganon's Tower and Ganon himself. We're going on about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yes, I understand. Only problem is I have to go up the mountain to get something before I can go to the next dungeon. So the last 2 dungeons each require one of the medallions to get in. The entrances are sealed by medallions. So the dungeon up here is sealed by the Quake medallion that we got from that fish earlier. But the Misery Mire dungeon is sealed by the Ether medallion, which Ether is on a tablet up here on Death Mountain. So we have to come up this way, and across this bridge is the tablet. So there's Ether. We're going to fly to 6. There's a portal here. That brings us into the Dark World here, where the Misery Mire is. It is quite miserable, as you can see. But using the Ether Medallion causes the sun to come out and the entrance to the dungeon to appear, granting us access. Ow! Ow! Jesus, come on. Okay, now all I gotta do is figure out how to get the keys to get the big key and then get the cane. If you know what you're doing, this dungeon's actually a lot easier than it looks. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing. So if anybody's curious, part of the reason for the change in the setup and trying to get everything to kind of maybe be a bit more professional is I am doing Extra Life this year. I did sign up. I'll post more details as, you know, things get closer, as I start to get, you know, a schedule put together and all that kind of fun stuff. As it stands right now, I'm doing it. I just haven't, you know, come up with all the what, the when. Well, November 2nd for sure. But I don't know what time I'm going to start yet and all that kind of fun stuff. So once I get that sorted out, I will post more details. But I am doing it this year. Finally made that decision, so gonna get that figured out. But I figured a different setup for the stream itself and all that was kind of necessary at this point. So there'll be a mix. I definitely want to play some Xbox One stuff, but I also want to do possibly some SNES Classic stuff. There's a couple of games that I think would be fun, and then some Switch games. So I definitely want to have a bit of a mix for the day. But as I said, we'll figure out all those kinds of details later, but I just, you know, want to start making the prep work for it. So you'll start to see some changes for my streams. That's why we're starting, you know, today was kind of a test run of OBS for the whole time and see how that did. I can't go to the boss yet. I don't have the dungeon item, and I do need that dungeon item. Yo, Valvo. So yeah, the next few weeks will be test runs. We'll see some new stuff for me for streaming, different games, probably some overlay work. It'll be, you know, a bunch of different stuff, just trying to get up to something that feels better for that. So step by step, it's going to be, you know, there's a lot to get done. And we'll get there, but, you know, I do have a limited amount of time to get that figured out. So today is just, you know, let's run with the Elgato, see how it does for the whole stream. Try to figure out the audio at least somewhat. The only thing is that this audio setup will not be what we do for Extra Life, because technically, I guess Joe and I will co-stream. At least that's the idea. Yes, no Chivos today. We're doing classic gaming today. I know, it's so unlike me. Who am I, and what have I done to Jesse? Funny thing is, we can make it look like an Xbox thing, because if somebody sent me a PM or a message over Xbox, it would show up, because this is actually being routed through my Xbox. Like that! Because Joe's just so cheeky like that. So, yeah, we have... Oh, I didn't have to flip that switch. I'm an idiot. So yeah, we're actually not running through onboard streaming. We have decided to cut that part of the out for now. But as a result, I will have to... I'm learning. Clearly by the 10 to 15 minutes it took to figure out how to do the right microphone and audio inputs, I'm a bit dense about learning how to use stuff. But we're getting there. So this is Vitreous. Vitreous has a bunch of eyes. Ah. Stay away from me! By the way, that green slime would hurt you if he was still alive. So we don't want to step in green slime. So yeah, earlier in the week, I think only Dopey and Tom were able to make it. We did a test run, and I was using my laptop's webcam, and we all agreed the angle was just weird. It was not an appealing angle. So we have the webcam set up like it was before. But we've rearranged the room a little bit, so obviously, as you can see, I'm not laying down for once. This is not a typical way for Jesse to stream. Instead, I am in my computer chair, or my desk chair, that I've had for a while, and I've got the ottoman in front of me to kick my feet up. There could be more changes coming. I kind of want to put some stuff, like I have a couple of posters that I got a while back. I'd like to get frames for them, put them up on the wall. So, like, there's a bunch of stuff I want to work on, and hopefully, like, I can kind of finally commit to doing it, and hopefully kind of get it ready for Extra Life, and have, like, a really nice setup. Or at least one that I can be a bit happier with now. Oh yeah, so what we're doing, there were special red crystals, the 5th and the 6th crystal, from the Ice Palace and the Misery Mire are special. What you do by getting them, it unlocks this big pink bomb. And the big pink bomb, what it does is there's this giant crack on the front of the pyramid that this can open up. So what we're doing is we're just going and we're bringing the bomb to the pyramid, and we're going to open up the pyramid that way. And the whole reason we want to do that is there's a really awesome power-up inside here. One for our sword, So it's another one of those mysterious ponds. So we're first going to throw in our bow. And what we're going to get is we're going to get the silver arrows. Silver arrows are like multiple times stronger than the regular arrows. So boom, that's great. They're great for killing off Ganon. Turns out not necessary for killing Ganon, but they make it a lot easier. The other thing we can do is we can actually power up our sword. So we've got that red sword right now. We're going to get a yellow sword. And it is awesome. Yes, I did. So we have the best sword in the game now. Oh, so, yeah, you missed all the fun. I've played this game a lot. As a kid. So, elementary school, middle school, like, this was one of those games that you played a ton as a kid. Like, this was my kind of game to play all the time. But what had happened was that a few years ago, I started watching anybody who pays attention to like charity game streaming. I found, or I forget where I heard about it, was Games Done Quick, and it was either Summer Awesome, whichever one it was at the time. And I loved watching it, and I still enjoy watching it every year. But then one year they had this game, but instead of just like this, the vanilla game, it was a randomizer. So what happened was that there was actually some people who took all this time to break down the code for the game and figured out how to like rearrange all the items. And so I really started watching a lot because there are people who like dedicate a lot of time to just doing that. And there's tournaments all the time, like there's a couple tournaments a year, and there's so many game modes for it. So I really fell in love with watching this game random. So that kind of got me back into watching this game or wanting to see this game a ton. And when you watch a game a bunch, you kind of just remember how much fun you had with it. So, like, I have loved every second of watching people play this game again. And from watching people play, I've learned how to play, or I've learned a lot about, like, oh, this is where all this stuff is. So some of this is, like, memory from, like, all those years ago. But a lot of my new memory is, like, having seen people play this. Like, if this was a semi D-Rust, I haven't played this game in ages, and like all that kind of stuff, trust me, it wouldn't be going this smoothly. That is why that happens. Okay. You can't shoot into that thing. Okay. Didn't know that. So, and one of the things, like, part of this was I wanted to show this game once because I haven't played it in so long, and I really just wanted to. I was saying this is probably like one of my 10 favorite games, at least from the standpoint of this is one of those games that matters to me. Like, I don't know how much of a gamer I would be if it hadn't been for playing a game like this as a child. But then the other part of it is like, I think sometime I would like to play a randomizer seed. Yeah, those chain chomps do a lot of damage. They are jerks. Big time jerks. I do have a ROM file for a Japanese 1.0 version of Link to the Past, and so I know how to access the randomizer. So like I would love to play some. I've actually thought about joining the races just for fun sometime. The only thing is that it's actually they do the races on Twitch. And obviously I don't stream on Twitch. So if I do the races, I'd have to play it there. So I don't know if I'm gonna do them, but it's a thought. A part of the fun for the randomizer stuff is like you don't even have to play as Link. They have like a whole database of different characters you can play as. And some of them are completely ridiculous. Like, they have some really, like, simple ones that you're just like, okay, like, that makes sense. But then, like, you can be, a mouse clicker. Or a tile. And that's just some of those tile or character models are just hilarious. The mirror shield. Bum, ba-da-da-dum. I swear I know how to get through this room. Oh my god. Ah! Good old lag. All I needed is the key. There's actually nothing else of value in that room. I just need that one small key to be able to reach the boss. So the last of the crystal bosses is called Trinex. I can't imagine why they would name a boss Trinex. Any ideas, people? And this is the one reason why we need both the fire and the ice. So we have two heads here. That's the fire head, you have to freeze it, and that's the ice head, you have to burn it. To make it vulnerable. And then after that, you can attack the third head to make it Trinex. There we go. Down goes Trinex. And that'll be our 7th crystal. So let's see, what did Joe say in that message? Oh yeah, 7th crystal is Zelda. We rescued Zelda that time. So yeah, we saved Zelda. We saved her crystal, so we're doing great. But now we have to kill Ganon, because you can't leave the big baddie. By the way, those guys hurt a lot. They're called Lionels. They do a lot of damage. They're not friendly. So this is Ganon's tower. It has a lot of floors. But first we have to go to the basement. Because all the upper floors are locked by the big key. if there's any keys in here, but we're gonna find out. Nope, no keys. Oops. Screw it. We'll just go through the door and figure it out. Maybe not. Okay. I'm not entirely sure which portals I'm supposed to go through. I think it's this one. And then this one, maybe? Yep. This could be bad. I know there's a way to bonk through that, and I don't know how. Like I said, I've been spoiled by watching people play randomizer who are good at this. But I did learn how to do that. This old dog has learned new tricks. So, part of this tower is actually refights against the first 3 bosses. So, remember those Armos Knights who were really easy the first time? Well, here's the thing. Silver Arrows killed them in one shot. It's kinda not fair. Silver Arrows kill almost everything with one shot. So, they're super overpowered. So, like, part of it is, you should feel super powerful now, Link. You can show how much you've grown on your journey. And the other part's like, okay, we're gonna pad this dungeon out. So the thing is that now that we're through there, we can actually go here and get the last mail upgrade, which is red mail, and it's got a pinkish hue to it, and you get a purple hat. Here's the thing. Those mimics, they're annoying, but the mirror shield can deflect their fireballs, so... Damn it. Damn it! Luckily, I knew there were some fairies there. So this next floor is a bunch of enemy kills. You have to kill, like... There's like 5 rooms to get through here. They all are annoying. So like these ones have conveyor... All of them have conveyor belts, but then the last 2 have ice. That's just mean. So we're now coming up on our second refight. So we're gonna fight the land molus again. Once again, they're very weak to silver arrows. Even the sword I have is really powerful against them. So, like, I think it's like 2 or 3 sword slashes kills them, but why not use the bow and arrow? I have plenty of arrows left. Okay, I want to try this out. There's a really easy strategy to kill the enemies in the next room, and I always love watching it, and I never thought, oh yeah, that really is easy. Oh, that was fun. Sorry, I've watched so much randomizer, and it's like, oh yeah, that looks so much fun. There we go. Oh my gosh, people are so smart who come up with those strategies, like, wow. Light the 4 torches in this room. Technically, I should have to kill that enemy for a key, but I have enough keys, I think, at this point. There we go. I can't throw a bomb to save my life. I just got bunny beamed. That's all I wanted, was that magic refill. And now we've got the rematch with Moldorm. Just 2 quick slashes with the level 4 sword. And then we just got one more room. Or just about one more room. Okay, so we're heading up to our boss. But it's not Ganon. It's Aghanim! He's back! But this time there are 3 Aghanim. They call this fight Geometry Wizard because there's math. Yeah, big time math fail. There we go. We have slain. Oh wait, it's not Aghanim. Aghanim was already dead. It's Ganon! Inhabiting the body of Aghanim. Using him as a puppet. And for some reason we can call our duck friend and he will bring us to the Ganon fight. So, as you can see, Ganon turned into a bat and he's flying into the Great Pyramid. So we're going to have to fight him in the Great Pyramid. Look at that. We've actually gotten through the first 2 phases of Ganon really quickly. This is the 3rd phase. Sorry, I know I'm kind of stalling. I should be able to beat the boss now. But I want to try something because there's a way to kill him without using the silver arrows. And I just want to know if I can do it. Okay, I can. We're going to finish him off the right way. If you do a spin slash while he's teleporting, you can actually hit him with your sword, and if you hit him enough times with spin slashes, you can kill him without using silver arrows, but it takes forever. So I wanted to try it once, just to see, like, how hard it is to do a spin slash. So that's all of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Yeah! I didn't get all of the items. Like, I missed 1 bottle. I missed enough heart pieces to craft 3 more hearts. There's 2 invincibility items, or 1 invisibility and 1 invincibility item that I didn't collect. And, like, there's plenty of stuff. Like, I didn't read a lot of things. I didn't talk to all the people. Like, there's a lot to the game still there. Especially if, like, you're doing your first playthrough. But think about it, it's a game from the 90s. They're not actually really, really long games once you play them enough times. And the thing is I watch people who play these games and beat them in under an hour. Yeah, they do. Like, if I played this game as a kid, you know, easily 2 or 3 times this. So, it's you know, it's so fun to look back on those days and just remember how great this game was. And in many ways still is. Like, this is a great experience just to play. I love watching people play this, even if it's, you know, the 100th time somebody's tried to run this game to beat their time. Like, it's still fun to me. I still get a kick out of every opportunity to see it, because it really is fun to see how good people can get at this game. Hey look, the sage is back! I thought he disappeared and died. And thank you for the follow, Key Tangent. So, yeah, this, like, there's a lot that I didn't go visit, but it's a fun little game. Truly a classic. This is the third Legend of Zelda game. Like, the first one, everybody remembers as the classic like this. 2 being the one, the side-scrolling one. This was the third Legend of Zelda game. So, there is a chance that I'll stream the randomizer version of this, which is a lot of fun. It's more a thought-based game at that point, less about knowing, like, boom, boom, boom. Like, there's a logic to it. And I think that would be fun to show, just as like a look at the effort that went in by a group of great people and the hundreds of thousands of hours that people have gotten out of enjoyment of that. So, I think I'll show that off sometime. I don't know when. But I wanted to do a run of this. I think this was a fun way to kick off having my Elgato Capture Card now. As like just a, hey, let's see what happens. And I've got a lot of options still left on the SNES Classic. Like, this is just one of the many games on that Classic that I have so many fond memories of. But yes, my parents are out of town for a weekend. They are up in Boston. For their 35th wedding anniversary, which is tomorrow. Those crazy kids. So they're up in Boston for the weekend, enjoying themselves, spending some time away from all of the problem people like me and my brother, you know, get away from us for a little bit. So, gave me a chance to do this, rearrange the room a little bit, and the Master Sword sleeps again forever. No, it doesn't, because Ganon comes back. Ganon is always the big baddie, I think. Or almost always. At least in the main titles, he's the big baddie, usually. So yeah, this has been fun. I really enjoyed this. As you can see though, like, I'm just running this through my Xbox. There's my Xbox stuff. I'm using one guide. I'll be feeding either my SNES Classic or my Switch into the HDMI in of my Xbox One X. And then we'll be streaming that. So we are streaming just the Xbox One X and whatever goes into the HDMI in there. I think that's been a really cool, it's been a really cool way to do it. And I think it's been successful today. I have a lot of ideas for what else I can do with that, but, you know, I think this is the way to do it. And now, you know, you can see all the games that I have installed sometime. We're just gonna let the credits roll. If you don't want to buy a SNES Classic, by the way, and you just want to play this game, the Switch, Nintendo Switch Online. I'm happy you're finishing Control. So if you own a Switch or are going to buy a Switch, sign up for Switch Online. It's like $20 a year, so it's really cheap. And what they did is, I don't care so much about the Nintendo Classic games that they give out, but what they did in the last month or so is they added SNES collection, and they added like 20 games there that are old SNES classics, and this game is on it. So like, if you don't want to spend all out for a full SNES classic or having a hard time finding one, get Switch Online, do your $20 for the month or for a year of it, and then you have this game is there. I forget what all the games are, but there's like this. I think Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Mario Kart. So a lot of true classic Super Nintendo content. And it's a great opportunity. Unfortunately, probably my favorite game from the Switch or from the SNES Classic is not there. Like, this is up there, probably number 1 or number 2. But the other one that is number 1 or number 2 is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. And unfortunately, that one is not on Switch Online yet, or SNES Online. So, unfortunately, if that's the one you want to play, it's not there yet. Hopefully they add it at some later date, but it's presently not the case. So, we died one time. Not bad. Leaky, did you play this game? I know you've been gaming for a while, like myself. I don't know if you were a Nintendo guy back in the day, but was this one that you had played back then? Oh, was it? Okay. So yeah, there's my file. All done. Okay, let's hit reset real quick on this. So this is the SNES Classic. These are all the games. So we've finished technically Legend of Zelda, but we've got Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, F-Zero, Final Fantasy 3, which isn't that Super Nintendo's Final Fantasy 3 was Final Fantasy 6, right? Is that the right one? I always mix up the Final Fantasy numbers. But I think Final Fantasy 3 for Super Nintendo was actually Final Fantasy 6. 3 on DS is actually 3. But 3 on SNES was 6. It's really confusing. We've got Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land, Mega Man X, which is truly my favorite Mega Man game. I think, okay, I said that Legend of Zelda and Super Mario RPG were probably the 2 games I played the most. Mega Man X is definitely up there too. We've got Secret of Mana, Star Fox 2, which is actually original to SNES Classic, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, and then here's the big three: Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. I will stream this game, and this will take me multiple stream sessions, but I will stream all of this game. This is a classic. This is a super awesome title. It is a collaboration between Square Enix, who was Squaresoft still at the time, and Nintendo. So classic JRPG action with Mario characters. It is so amazing. Joe, I know how much you love Paper Mario. I'm sorry, but Paper Mario to me just could never live up to this. It's sad. I saw Paper Mario as going to be the successor to this game, and it just never caught me as much. Yeah, this game is super amazing to me. Of course, Super Mario World, we can always stream that one sometime. Super Metroid's another one I would love to. I could stream this. So Super Punch Out. So that's all the SNES Classic stuff. I'll tell you, in terms of stuff I wouldn't mind streaming. So we did that one. I would do Yoshi's Island, DKC. I would do maybe Earthbound. I've never actually played Earthbound, so that could be fun. Star Fox maybe, but these three probably. So there's definitely a set that I would play on this, and would love to show sometime. Just as this is historical gaming for me. This is definitely my childhood. That imprint that was left on me to be a quote-unquote gamer today came from these titles. So these are the ones that have me where I am today as wanting to play this kind of stuff. So I would love to show these off sometime, and I will. That's the plan, at least. So let's switch over real quick. So it's so nice being able to show this screen for once, isn't it? This is all the stuff that's not installed, and this isn't even all complete stuff. And then all the installed stuff. So many games. Now you can see. Oh yeah, I could do that. So this is installed though. Lots of stuff in here. I did pre-order Ukulele 2. So I've got that installed now. We Were Here 2 actually came out finally. Yesterday or earlier this week. And then the other one that I had said that this week actually has a few titles that were really cool. This coming week, besides the ukulele one, this one, Indivisible. I had seen this one a few months back, maybe a year or more back at this point, and I thought it looked really neat, so I pre-ordered that one as well. It's an RPG. I don't know a lot about it, but it looks really neat. I'll try not to show personal stuff, but yeah, this platforming RPG type thing. Come on, go away. So yeah, I liked the look of this when I first saw it a while back, and to see that it was finally coming out, like it was definitely a game I wanted to pre-order. So I'll hopefully get a chance to show that one off later. Let's see. Anything new come out? That I didn't get already? So we do have One Night Stand. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. It's a Ratalaika, and I do all the Ratalaikas, but I don't think I want to stream this one. Feels inappropriate. No, I didn't. I missed it. Unfortunately, I missed so many of his. The timing of his is always just not gonna line up for me. So, oh, it isn't. That's good. I mean, after we saw Winter's Daydream wasn't as bad as we thought that one could have been. um, I did pick up Rex Rocket. I know Dopey streamed that one. We still have to finish Sojourn sometime. I did pick up Sally's Law. Wait, did I? Did I not? I thought I did. It was a platformer. No, I didn't. No, no. We're not going to show that. I will make purchases on my own time. I don't need people to see any of that kind of personal information. Even though I'm not playing with a credit card right now and I have a balance on my Xbox account, I still don't need people to see that. I picked up Blasphemous. I could stream that sometime. I've been thinking about River City Girls. That might be a fun one sometime. So there's a bunch. But then coming up, so we've gone through Winter's Daydream. I still have Stellatum. I got that as a stream key from Sometimes You, so I do have that one to show sometime. I haven't done so yet. It comes out this week. It might be something I stream after it comes out, sadly, at this point. So, we'll see. Frostpunk looked fun. Sean did really great with it, but I don't think it's a game for me. Pig Eat Ball looks fun. It looks silly. I'll probably get that one sometime. How is this? Playing Plants vs. Zombies 2 has been fun, but I don't know if it's for me to get that one. So. Oh, Frostpunk? This one? Frostpunk was kind of a management sim. I thought it was okay. Seemed like Sean was having a decent time with it. I don't think it's for me. So. What was that? Oh. I have requested a key, and I'm waiting to hear back on that one. I have not heard back. So, we'll see if I do get accepted. I hope. Be nice, but I haven't heard anything yet. You know how it is sometimes. Sometimes people just don't give you a response. Jerks. So, I'll hope for good news. If I don't, I don't. I think it's a game I'd get anyway. So, but as of right now, I have not heard anything about yes or no. So when I do hear back, expect to hear from me on whether or not that'll be a promotional stream or if I just have fun again. That's the thing, like, whether I get a key or not doesn't stop me from playing a game. I will buy games, I will play what people think would be fun, or what they might want to see, and we'll see what happens. So, but thank you everybody. We've been going for over 3 hours today. So it's been fun. I hope everybody enjoyed Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. As I said, if you want a picture into who I am as a gamer, that's one of those games that is my history. So, thanks everybody. We are going to get better. We're adapting to a professional stream. Pro streamer! So thanks everybody. Have a good rest of your night. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably stream a little bit earlier tomorrow. So I have a trumpet lesson to teach in the morning, but once I get home, I will be able to stream whenever tomorrow. So I don't know if that's going to be a co-stream with Joe or just a solo thing for me. Wait, I have to put in mine. Woo! Okay, so yeah, whatever it turns into tomorrow, I hope to see everybody again. But until then, have a good night and enjoy Saturday and then Sunday. Goodbye.